Islam, Shalom, Hola, Aloha, Bonjour, Assalamu Alaikum, Osio. This is your brother Zach Bay, Indigenous American Moor, coming to you live in full effect. Like, share, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell down below so you can be notified whenever I'm dropping new content. Leave a comment, interact with me. Thank you. I really do appreciate your viewership. Let's talk about it. Today, I want to speak on drones. I know in my last video I was talking about drones and how they're going to be used as like one of the primary weapons in World War III, if World War III started, soon or within our lifetime. I want to do a video and I want to show you something I've been noticing, some truly terrifying stuff. Like, these things are truly like prototypes to Terminators, if you're familiar with that. But I want to do this video and then I'm gonna jump back into it with some more details. All right. Exactly. See, that video I just showed, scary stuff, terrifying stuff. You see the fear on that soldier? Like, that's the face of modern warfare, fam. That's like damn near a prototype to a Terminator. As of now, these drones that are being used are, I believe, about 95% human operated, which means there's an operator somewhere with a controller, manually piloting said drone. Now, if you liken that technology and you combine it with AI technology and potentially giving that drone a mind of its own or preset programming to carry out whatever order is giving to it, that's pretty much a Terminator. I saw another video where there was a group, a swarm of these smaller, lighter drones that was actually self-navigating through a bamboo forest. Now, if you're familiar with the bamboo forest, it was a rather large bamboo forest. It's plenty of trees all over. Some very tight spots to actually navigate through, and there was a group, a swarm of these drones, I would say over 5, and they were self-piloting through this bamboo forest to a target, and all of them made it through, navigating through that forest, taking different flight paths and avoiding objects along the way in order to make it to a target. And if those devices were laced with plastic explosives, C4, thermite, the explosion on impact, just like the video we saw before. Very terrifying stuff, fam. Now, those in large numbers can take out a lot of people. You see how it can target individuals. Of course, it can hit vehicles. It can target other flying drones. This stuff is very, very terrifying, fam. So that, along with like how it could potentially be used in civilian areas. So when President Barack Obama was in office, it was said that the first drone strikes in history was carried out on U.S. soil for some targeted individuals. All right, so that was back 2008, and for the all the way up until 2016. So If that order, that law or that bill was already passed, it was already given the Pentagon, Department of Defense, the green light, CIA, FBI, whatever agencies, whatever alphabet agencies could potentially utilize this technology, they've already been given the green light years ago, fam. So the fact that we're seeing this as the face of the new face of modern warfare, fam. Like, sending human soldiers out on the field could very well be a thing of the past. Of course, it's always going to be manpower needed, but battles can potentially be decided by who has the best drone technology, fam. And then you can also thinking about utilizing technology as like EMPs to take out that technology. EMP is short for electromagnetic pulse, which knocks out electronic devices, signals, stuff like that. I want to speak on how the best technology normally mimics nature. Now, it's a reason these drones are like a drone in the insect world is like just a foot soldier. So ant colonies have drones, bee colonies have drones, termite colonies have drones, all right? Like just workers, the multitudes, not a specialty class or a specialty type of the breed or of the insect, all right, or the species. So if you think drones as in bees, all right, a hive, there's technology that will house these drones, these potentially self-piloting drones. So imagine a large ship. I'm going to show some images. A large drone mothership that houses several hundred of these miniature drones that can be launched. All right, so all they have to do is launch the mothership drone, which houses hundreds of these mini drones, and they just all swarm out of that hive drone, and they can go hit their targets, they can go fire at their targets, and potentially even return back to that hive if they don't have like explode on impact or self-destruct type programming into it. You get what I'm saying, fam? Hopefully this makes sense. But the best technology always mimics nature, something in nature, because the Most High made everything in nature perfect to work exactly how it's originally supposed to. Only, human beings have fallen out of order with the Most High and his design purpose for us all, right? So I want to also speak on how in New Jersey there have been signs, all right? There have been multiple witness reported signs. The news article, I'm actually going to post that in here as well, that there's been major drone traffic spotted at night. Now, these drones are not the small mini drones that I've showed, and I'm talking about. These drones are actually like the size of like bicycles, fam. So people are reporting these drones are flying heavily at night, and they're outfitted with lights. So they have multiple colored lights, and they're flying around, they're hovering over areas. People are seeing them, and they're getting rather alarmed, and they're making complaints. So when local authorities, like police, even military, were trying to track or figure out where these drones have been taken off and landed from, they turn off their lights and they evade being detected and tracked, right? So as far as we know, as far as the report says, the article says that they don't know where they're coming from, but they're saying that it's not a risk to public safety. All right, that's a main thing. They normally don't want to tell anybody anything until it's a risk to public safety. But if there is a risk of public safety, they want to try to mitigate whatever is going to happen after that. They want to try to control it. They want to try to control the masses. They don't want. If you ever seen any type of disaster film, you notice how the people who are in power, who make the calls, normally they never want to panic the public. They never want to let the public know exactly what's going on, the magnitude or the gravity of the situation, because they don't want everybody to go into a panic. You get what I'm saying? So honestly, I feel if you're waiting for them, you know, the so-called people who are in power, to let us know when shit hits the fan or when it's a potential threat to public safety, I highly doubt they would tell us in a time where it would be reasonable, or in a time frame for it to really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually feel like they would allow something devastating to happen before they even rose an alarm, and then they would try to clean it up or play cover up and, you know, mold the story or the narrative. I really feel like they would not let us know if it really was a public safety. They would just let something happen and then clean it up afterwards. You know what I'm saying? But one of the Congress people, I believe, in this article stated that it was rumored that there's a mothership off the coast of the United States in the Atlantic, all right, where these drones are taking off and landing, fam. They say that like the FBI or the CIA, I believe, responded and said that that's unfounded, that there's no evidence of that. I would like to think, or I'm starting to lean toward that if there is a mothership off the coast, it may not be on the surface, fam. It could potentially be submersible. It could potentially be a submarine type craft or vessel, a submarine type vessel, which could potentially launch these drones from underwater to the surface, and they take off from the water, just like how they were talking about that this alien technology is being used and they're going into the water, fam. Like, if it's human technology and they want to be undetectable, like, of course we have like sonar, radars and things like that that can detect vessels above the surface of the water and below the surface of the water. But if they have some type of cloaking technology, some type of dampening technology in order to hide their presence, and because apparently these bite-sized drones aren't giving off any type of signaling either. So they're trying to track their signal. They're trying to like physically follow them, and they can't. They're evading them. They don't want to be discovered. Who's ever operating these drones so far, the military and other government agencies, the other government alphabet agencies have all declined to have a hand in what these drones are doing in New Jersey. And it's also said that it's getting concerning because these drones are hovering over infrastructure, important infrastructure. Now, when I mentioned in a video that I did previously, I was speaking about how saboteurs, like Green Berets, guerrilla warfare, those type of tactics are designed to go behind enemy lines and target critical infrastructure, power grids, medical facilities, bridges, water supplies, fam, supply depots, you know, armories. So they said that these drones have been hovering around military bases, getting rather close to military bases. They were hovering around a dam, fam. A dam. Now imagine several of these drones, bike size or even smaller, several of them armed with impact explosive devices, hit that dam. 5, 6, maybe 7 of them, cause that dam to break, crack, and release all that water and destroys all the homes and property down below, fam. A disaster like that, come on, that's very, very easily for a saboteur, some type of like guerrilla warfare tactic to be used and carried out. Especially with this new technology, we have to be very, very aware. It's getting more common that we're seeing these drones flying all over the place. Before I close this video, I want to talk about how Amazon is currently testing. The FAA has allowed Amazon to start testing its drone delivery services. So they're starting to do their prototype testing phase for their drone delivery services like they have in other countries. I believe like Japan, China has technology like this already. But it's drones that can, take off from a location and make deliveries. Of course, Amazon, one of the biggest parcel suppliers, private parcel suppliers, on this side of the continent. On this side of the world. So it makes sense that they would see some type of profit in this. Now, this technology can be used for good or bad, fam. It's always a duality in it. It can be used for good or bad. It can be used to make life more convenient, free up traffic on the roads, less delivery vehicles out on the road, but that also takes jobs from flesh and blood human beings, and it could also create a new niche for jobs as far as being drone pilots. Like I heard that's actually blowing up now. Military needs them, police personnel need them, private filming companies need them, people who know how to fly and operate drones. Just being a cameraman. If you're a cameraman and you have like the new drone technology, you can use drones to shoot aerial images and shots and things like that for landscaping, visuals. A lot of that is going on. So being a drone pilot is actually a career path that's actually like in its upward mobility currently. So keep that in mind. It's always something benign that can potentially lead to something that's disastrous in the future. Now, getting us accustomed to seeing these drones zipping around, flying around, just doing normal deliveries every day, coffee, a couple parcels here and there, and then lo and behold, you're used to seeing drones flying around anywhere and everywhere, and it's a normal thing. These drone towers could be potentially set up as like hubs for these large delivery companies, Federal Express, UPS, Amazon. Imagine if they each had a tower set up in a certain area of town or whatever, and they got all the proper zonings, and they just have a hive set that these drones can leave and take off from, and make deliveries, come back, and things of that nature. It would eliminate a lot of jobs. It would also eliminate the need to have all these extra vehicles on the road, delivering parcels and packages and stuff like that. But my main thing in this video is that the new face of war, fam, the new Terminators are these drones. Be very, very afraid. Like, if these things had any type of AI technology integrated with it, and it somehow gained sentience or gained some type of if a virus or something was created and infected said software in order to make it extremely homicidal, or who knows exactly how it could go, if these computer learning algorithms can truly learn and evolve and adapt, and they could potentially become jaded just by interacting with humans, or taking notes and gathering even the worst parts of humanity and implementing even a fraction of that with its unlimited outreach to all the platforms all over the world with like an AI technology that could potentially be integrated into the internet itself, fam. Like, they're moving toward now AI being able to do things on its own. I also want to make a video. I might just make it a quick reel actually on how Android has a new AI, Gemini, that I actually received today. Around like 10 a.m. I received a notification that this Android Gemini or Google Gemini wanted me to agree to the terms and policies. I'm most likely going to make a reel about it, since it's just like a screenshot that I took, and I'm going to talk briefly about it. But I really wanted to just make this video not too long and talk about these drones that could potentially be Terminators, fam. Be very, very afraid. Some of the most terrifying stuff I've seen lately. All right. Hopefully this video made sense to you. Hopefully it's not too long. This is your brother Zach Bay, Indigenous American Moor. Like, share, subscribe. I really do appreciate you. Peace.